Good evening. I'm Lisa Corrales, your host for PraiseWorld3D with Miss Gemma Adams. Good evening, Gemma.
Good evening, Lisa.
It's so nice to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah,
It's so great to be here.
Well, it's a great time of the year, and we're excited to have you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you? How did you start singing?
Well, I started singing when I was 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
Just turned 6 years old, yeah. I remember they would put me on the table, and they would ask me to sing. Come on, sing us a song. And they would just beg me because, kids, babies are just moody and like, oh, and then they would just, okay, what do you want? You want some chocolates? You want candies? What do you want? Oh, I want some chocolates, ice cream, of course. And then I can sing
Well,
with
it sounds like, though, your parents knew your gifts, talents, and abilities early on, right?
Yes, it was discovered by my aunt. That's my father's sister, because she was playing the guitar, and she forgot one line on that song, and then I started singing it with, I wanted to sing it beautifully, and she goes, "Oh, okay," and then she was shocked and happy, and she told my parents that, "Oh, your daughter has a talent in singing." So they're like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then my father started buying me microphones and stereo, during back those 90s.
Okay, that was my next question. So they just really started to nurture that gift in you early on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So where did it take you?
Well, of course, it started, me singing in schools, and then actually, I want to share this. When I was like 7 years old, they started bringing me to some restaurants, parties, and introducing me here, parents bragging their
Were you the
babies.
oldest?
No, I'm the middle.
You're the
We're
middle.
just three, yeah.
Okay.
And then they're like, "This is my," and then. Yeah, I sing, and then they would give me gifts, and then high school, and then I graduated high school. I decided to be in the music thing. So I joined a band, which was my cousin's band. I want to say hi to my cousin. They're in the Middle East right now, and because of them, I get to travel and... Yeah, various places, various countries, South Korea, in the Middle East, Malaysia. And I want to say hi again to my former bandmates. Shout out. Shout out to my bandmates. Michelle. I really want to take this opportunity, because I've never gave any... I never said hi to them to any of my videos. So hi to my... bandmates, Michelle, Lori, Joyce, who else? Merle, a lot of them. They're very sweet people, and it was amazing because I've experienced a lot of, great things like food, different countries, culture. Can you tell that I'm a big eater? Yeah. And then people, friends.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
That's awesome. So at what point in your career did you decide to start doing Christian music versus secular? Was there a point, and how did that happen? I mean, just was it, organic? Was it just something that, happened over a period of time, or did you just hear a little voice? Did you feel a little tugging at your spirit? How did that happen?
Yeah, during those times with my bands all over, in different countries, I always wanted. My dream is to, experience recording, being in a recording studio and have my own album. That's my dream, and I'm like, I really want somebody to discover me and help me with this, but I believe God said no. Not this time, not at this moment, not at this place.
Wasn't the time.
No, it wasn't the time. So I migrated here to be with my husband here in the U.S. And my husband would, bring me to churches and to sing to the churches. I decided to just give it all to God because He gave me this gift He gave me this
Right.
talent, so I got to give it back to him.
Right.
It's an honor, because
Yeah.
it's totally different when you sing in front of the people. I used to sing with my band and making people happy, and I get compliments. Oh, you're a good singer. You're a good singer. Oh, thank you. And I feel that's it. Just a second, just a minute, and it's all gone. The compliments are gone. That's
Yeah.
it. But when you sing, it's totally different. When you sing to the Lord, it's an honor
right.
because you are singing to the King of all and the King of Kings, and you are pleasing the one who created you, the whole humankind,
The one that gave you that gift.
absolutely the
and
one
gave
who
you
gave
that
the
gift.
Absolutely. So it's an
to-
honor. It's different because not only you are pleasing the Lord, but you are blessing the people.
Right.
Not only just because they hear your voice, your beautiful voice, but you are giving the messages through your songs from God. You're
Well, and
giving
to
the
know it's not
people-
about you.
Absolutely, it's not about me.
It's not about you. It's about him, and that you're just the vessel.
Right, exactly.
And he's just using you to get that message across to who he needs to get it through that day or
Absolutely.
that time. And you don't know who it's touching, but you're just available. And just, again, knowing just the humbleness of knowing he's given me this gift, but, it can be gone in a second.
Right.
But I'm just to honor him with it, and it's just...
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very humbling thing.
Exactly, and it feels so good. It
Yeah.
feels so good to be used
To
by
know he's
God.
using you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I know,
awesome.
I get that. So, what made you decide to be a recording artist?
To be a recording artist, my husband encouraged me and helped me out with this, and of course, I have the heart to give this gift to God, give back to the Lord.
Right.
So I decided to do the Christian music, and not only just, it's not all about me. It's not all about me. I was crying to the Lord, Lord, I want to deliver messages to the people. What is your message to the people? Use me.
Right.
Use me. I wanna be a blessing,
Right.
to the people through this music.
Yeah.
And it feels so good when I sing to the people and people come to me or send me email, private messages and everything, and then they would tell me, I'm crying and your song really blessed me, and it's just amazing. And I thank the Lord. It's not about me, it's the Lord. He's just
And there's
using
just
me.
nothing better than to know he's using it. You can go to bed and go to sleep at night, lay your head on that pillow, and when you know that he has used you in a mighty way that day to change somebody's life,
Yes,
to relay a
that's right.
message, isn't it the most fulfilling, wonderful feeling?
The most wonderful feeling.
Yeah, and it just makes you want to get up the next day.
Oh, yeah.
and be excited about what are we doing today, Father?
Right.
What do you have in store today? Whose life are
Absolutely.
we going to touch today?
Absolutely.
And keeping yourself filled up, full of Him, and ready to go.
Absolutely.
Ready to go.
Every day is always exciting.
Every day with Jesus is exciting, isn't
day.
it?
Exciting and a
every
blessing.
Day. People think, oh, it's boring to be a Christian. It's oh no, it's the most it's the wildest adventure.
Absolutely.
I always say, it's an adventure. It's
Absolutely.
exciting. It's thrilling.
It is. It is.
He's the creator of everything. He's just, he has an incredible plan for us.
Absolutely.
He has an incredible plan. So tell me what, on your albums, what would you say are your three, everybody has a favorite, what are your three favorite songs off of your album?
My three favorite songs. Of course, the first one is the song that my husband and I wrote. It's called, we call it His Love. It talks about you don't have to keep up with the Jones. God's got you. He's got a great plans for you. Just focus on it. His love never fails, and it's very encouraging song. And every time I sing that in some churches, there's always somebody would come to me and say, "Thank you for that song. It blessed me a lot."
Ministry really blessed them.
Yes, absolutely. And my husband wrote it because my husband loves to write songs.
Oh,
and
y'all are a team. That's amazing.
yeah, and then And then I read it and I said I would like to add up some more lines on it, and then I put keys, like chords and melodies on it, and yeah, that's part of my second album. It's amazing. The next one is Give. It's called Give.
Okay.
Because it's a very, very powerful song. Because in our life, it talks about life is not about what we receive, what we get. It's also about what we give. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because people are so much focused on
On
getting and receiving.
And in this world today, it just seems
and then
like
you ask
that's
yourself,
magnified, right?
You ask yourself, what have you given to people?
Yeah.
But not just material things. So this song is a very powerful song. This is from my second album under 6540 Records, and we made a video, a world-class video. It's a very good video, and it went. I had like over 170,000 views on Facebook on that video, and it's awesome. It's amazing because I started to see people, like strange people, like, oh, wow, Filipina singing country music, very inspirational and powerful words. And then, wow, a lot of them shared, hundreds and hundreds of people shared it, and, comments and all that. And it's the
That's
video.
exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting. It's amazing. It's a great experience.
No, you're on the right track.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The video was awesome, and it was, you can check out mediabymicah.com. It was a
mediabymicah.com.
Yes,
Okay.
Micah is MICAH.
MICAH.
.com.
Right,
They did amazing job with that video.
Awesome. So do you have one other favorite?
Last one is Something I Can Take. That's from my first album, and it's all about we cannot take any penny or anything in this world when we depart.
Can't take it home with us, can we?
Absolutely.
It's what we leave behind.
Right, exactly.
Right? It's a legacy.
So, it's a very powerful song that they will get to hear it on my album on my website.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, I can't wait to hear.
It's very touching.
Oh,
I
I'm
love
sure.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. So maybe you want to do a song for us?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do another song.
Okay.
Wake up, child, and be blessed. His love for you will give you rest. He loves you more than you ever know. He gave his life for you. Don't be afraid. things I've got. 'Cause it isn't what you get, it's what you give. So I love every time I get the chance, and I laugh just to hear the sound. I live every moment to the fullest, as long as I'm around. I know when my life is over, it's gonna matter how I lived. I won't be measured by the things I've got, 'cause it isn't what you get, it's what you give. So give someone a helping hand, give someone a kiss, give it all your heart and soul. It doesn't matter what it is, just give. You know when your life is over, it's gonna matter how you lived, and you won't be measured by the things you've got, 'cause it isn't what you get, it's what you give. Oh, it's what you give. Yeah.
Welcome to PraiseWorld3D and all the wonder of the one-stop online Christian community. No matter how you choose to spend your time in PraiseWorld3D, whether community, fellowship, worship, games, or movies, just imagine you're going to be right where people of faith gather to fellowship, play, learn, and worship together. All you have to do is to create an avatar, and you're ready to interact. So come, let us show you why your time with us is truly fulfilling, fun, and empowering.
Holy, holy, set me free. Holy, holy, make me see. Holy, holy, bring me to life. Holy, majesty. Holy, holy, almighty.
There's a community of Christians waiting to interact, have fun, and encourage you.
In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind.
All you have to do is download the app, create your avatar, and join the community today.
So we're back with our guest, Miss Gemma Adams, for our Praise World 3D Christmas 2020. So, Gemma, I just want to ask you a few more questions. You know, you have such a gift and such a talent, and so I always like to ask, I'm always wondering, where did that come from? Is there anybody else in your family that sings, or are you the Lone Ranger, or what?
Well, my mother and my father sing really,
Okay.
really good. They sing really
Okay.
good.
Really?
And, yes, and my sisters sing too.
Okay,
Yeah.
both sisters?
No, I have youngest brother. And
Oh, the
this-
youngest is brothers, not three
yeah,
girls. Okay.
Yes, I'm the
okay.
middle. And then,
Okay.
my father's side, they're musicians. They can really play guitar really, really good, and they can sing really, really good. My father's side, yeah. As I told you the story about when did I start singing? When I was 6, my aunt, which is my father's sister, she was playing guitar. She can sing good too.
Oh,
And then,
wow.
and my father passed 12 years ago, and
I'm sorry.
but I still can hear his voice singing really, really good, and I can still hear him and my mom singing together. They're very, very
Sounds like
good.
maybe a song one day coming out of
Oh,
that. Maybe,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Just kind of felt that in my spirit. just a
Right.
minute ago. So he was a big influence
Yes.
in your life. Sounds like you had amazing parents.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's great. So you have okay, the production of your 2 albums and your videos. I know I'm going to ask a question that I know the answer to already, but I want you to tell us about it. Did it go easy, or were there challenges?
Well, there are some challenges, but it was fun, rough fun, something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, financially, and my husband had to leave work and the travel. Nashville, we don't like the traffic really.
Well, Nashville's a different place today than it was when I lived there 20 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The traffic is
It became
awful.
crazy, and I'm usually the navigator, and my husband don't like me navigating because left, right, I get confused a lot of times, and then we get arguments. And no, because some misunderstandings and that. So, but it's fun.
So you mean y'all do the same thing that every other couple in this country do? It's like my husband wants to take the steering wheel. We just did this last night. He wants to hand it. He's like, here, you take the steering wheel. You drive. You can do it better than me.
Yes,
and I was
ma'am,
like, no,
exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was fun regardless of the return.
Yeah.
In our hearts, we did it for the Lord.
Yeah, but so there were some challenges, but it was fun.
It was
and
fun.
It was worth it all, right?
Absolutely.
So with that, my gosh, you've sang so long, so I'm sure there are a lot of artists that have been a big influence in your life from early on to now. So why don't you tell us from early on, who were your first inspirations when you started singing when you were a child back?
When I was a child.
Yeah, who inspired you?
Well, of course, my family, my parents, my father and my mother, because they're like, I see them singing really good, so I'm like, wow, I like that.
Really?
Yeah, and then my mother used to teach me, when you get on stage, do whatever you can, do your best, and just think about them trees. Those people are trees. Like, so you won't get shy and all that. And I'm like, okay, all right, just look at them like trees, so you won't be nervous or shy. Okay, I will never forget that, how she told me that.
Oh my gosh, that'll stay with
Hi,
you.
Nye.
That'll stay
Yeah.
with you for a long time.
Right.
Okay, so your parents, of course, were your earliest influences.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, since I started singing Christian songs,
Yeah.
I love Carrie Job.
Oh, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, she just has such a heart for the Lord, and it comes across, in such a sweet way in all of her music. I fell in love with her the first time I ever heard her.
She writes songs, and when a person writes a song, that means that's right from your heart,
Yeah.
And of course, I love Rascal Flatts. I love Rascal Flatts.
He's really cool. I love their harmonies, and stuff. That's a really cool group. I've listened to them for years.
Yeah, I love their songs, and I actually have a dream to just to meet them personally one day.
I never know what God's got up his sleeve. Who knows?
Right.
You might be playing with him one day. Who knows?
Well, that's a little thing to God, but big
It's a
to
little
us.
thing to
yeah.
God, and it's like,
Why not?
we just have no idea. If we just surrender
yeah.
our plans, it's like God's
I'll be like,
plans.
I want to meet them. I just want to meet them, but God said, okay, you can play with them too. I
You
mean,
never
oh my
know.
God,
I mean, you
absolutely.
never know. And it's like, when we just surrender our plans to Him,
Absolutely.
God's, one thing I have found in my 60 years of life is, we can have our dreams, we can have our plans, but man, when we just surrender it, God's plans for our life they're so much bigger than
Absolutely.
anything we can fathom for ourselves, And if we just surrender that and learn to surrender that, it's amazing how things just open up and it's just, and then just learning to just to be so thankful and thank Him for it, and just enjoy the ride.
Exactly. That's right.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
So, let me ask you this: what would be, if you have a message that you want to get across to your fans, to everyone who listens to you, to your audience? What would be that? What is the message you would like to get across to people?
Okay, so like you said, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Life is short. Do not lose hope. That's the one thing I always want to, I would love only if the whole world will hear my voice. Do not lose hope.
Don't let setbacks stop you.
Absolutely.
Bumps in the road.
And be encouraged, because the enemy just love to lie, right in front of your face. And the enemy is always trying to cover the big mountain of miracles and great things that
Well,
God
he comes
has
to rob,
for you.
steal, and kill.
Absolutely, yes to that. Amen.
And so when you get that fear, if you can learn early on, just no, God has a plan for me.
Right.
He has a plan. And just I'm just like no. Just it honestly, it's like pouring gas on your fire, and he's
Right,
like
exactly.
no. And the more he comes against you, it's like the more I know God wants to use you. Right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
another thing is, the fear.
Right.
Yeah, the enemy is trying to lie to you by all these fears. Fear is the terrible thing that you can have in your life.
Fear is not of
lets
God.
you down. It lets you down, really, when you
Yeah.
fear. And then it lies to you that when you fail, it's all over. That's it. And I've heard some of my friends like, this is how I am not right now, so I just gotta be it, So I'm like, no, be hopeful in the Lord, trust in His words. He said clearly in Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans I have for you,
saith the
plans to
Lord.
prosper you, give
to
you
harm
hope,
you.
give you future, and not to harm you.
right.
He's not gonna put you in a harm. Just have to listen to His voice.
And it's amazing plans, and it's an amazing
Absolutely.
future, isn't it?
Great future.
It's bigger than anything we can fathom for
Yeah.
ourselves. So
Do not be scared. Do not be scared, because God is bigger than your fear.
any problem, any fear.
Any fear, any problem. So
Oh, Jenna,
hope
you
and do
are-
not fear.
You're such an inspiration. You are just such an inspiration. So, how about another song?
Absolutely.
All right.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, Noel, Noel.
This year, the A&M Christmas catalog features 20 simple ways to change lives around the world, including providing for mothers and their newborns in Israel, where 1 in 5 babies is aborted, giving chickens and goats to families to provide sustainable food and income, equipping pastors and church planners with bicycles, and a unique new item this year, beekeeping kits to provide sustainable income for local pastors. When you donate one of the items in this catalog, you send help and hope in Jesus' name to people in some of the neediest places in the world. It's a simple way to share the love of Christ that has transformed your heart. Plus, it's easier than ever to choose gifts on our brand new A&M Christmas catalog website. So give a gift to someone in need today at advancingNativeMissions.com/catalog.
Thank you so much for being with us today and telling us all about your journey and your family. And you know what, with that said, I bet our audience would love to meet that precious new angel of yours and maybe your other half. So you know what, Ron, why don't you bring that baby in and let us meet her and you, and let us meet Gemma's other half. What a team you guys are. What a team. Hi, baby. Hi, Naomi. Oh, she's a doll. What a blessing.
Where you at?
Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Merry Christmas. So, Gemma, thank you so much for being with us today. It was such an honor to have you, and we're so grateful. Can't wait to see what God's got in store for you in the future, sweet girl. You are just a treasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, anytime.
you.
Can't wait for you to be back and show us what's going on and what God's going to do with you in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Gemma Adams.
And from all of us at PraiseWorld3D, we just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.